Over the last year, there's been 106 arrests of activists during pro-Palestine and pro-Israel protests in Montreal. The police say they do not separate statistics between the two protests. However, with a minimum of 2 pro-Palestine protests being held each week for the last year, a majority of these arrests have occurred in the pro-Palestine movement. On the anniversary of October 7th, there was a heavy police presence in downtown Montreal, as officers were spotted patrolling the metros, the streets, and on university campuses. Police presence even extended into the next day on McGill's downtown campus. This past Monday marked 1 year since the October 7th Al-Aqsa flood, where Hamas and Palestinian resistance fighters broke the 16-year-long Israeli and Egyptian-imposed siege on the Gaza Strip. One event was held commemorating more than 1,200 Israelis that were killed on October 7th. On the pro-Palestine side, multiple events were held to commemorate the killing of at least 41,000 Gazans, as Israel's operations in the Middle East intensify amidst both ground and air raids in Lebanon, and the current plan to vacate northern Gaza of its inhabitants. Mass arrests over protests in reaction to this violence continues in the West.
When the police have tried to keep them repressed, and when they have fought back, these Palestinian protesters have shown their bravery, even to the point of going to jail. This doesn't happen in other countries. This is happening right here in Montreal.
In the last year, there has not only been mass arrests, but cases of police violence and riot tactics being used against pro-Palestine activists. During October 7th commemoration protests, activists experienced riot tactics after some escalated mobilizations on McGill campus, including an incident of activists breaking windows of McGill campus buildings.
Since October 7th till today, we've only seen the police protect banks, protect private institutions. The police relationship with the public has been exposed as not being for the public at all and being for private interests.
The Montreal police said that no arrests have been made, but this could change, as there is a possibility that they will conduct an investigation into the windows that were broken at McGill. These events were followed with McGill University ordering an injunction against the McGill chapter of Students for Palestine's Honor and Resistance, also known as SPHR McGill, banning pro-Palestine protests on campus and within 5 meters of campus. While there have been intense responses to vandalism on campus, some have also been arrested over peaceful forms of protests.
And I've seen them be arrested for writing "Free Palestine" in chalk. And the police have tried to impose conditions on these protesters to keep them from protesting. But they have underestimated the will and the determination of